My name is Tammy, and I live in the mountains of Colorado. The perfect place to explore nature and camp and hike and raft and backpack and ski. Well, I find comfort with time by myself. I have no problem camping, hiking, skiing, or even traveling alone. Yes, I have traveled all the way to Europe by myself. This might sound bizarre to some people. The truth is, I have never found it to be lonely or feel empty by doing these activities alone. The quiet time to me is a requirement. It gives me time to focus on me and process my own thoughts and tune into my own monologue and, let's just say, reboot. Growing up, I was referred to as the quiet one, always observing others from afar. I didn't mind it because I was happy to listen. A typical day during my childhood would be me waking up, grabbing a quick cereal breakfast, and yes, possibly a cookie, then heading off into the hills behind my house alone. And I would make up my own adventure stories, like I was being chased by a pack of wolves and I needed to escape. And I would run up and down the hills until the afternoon, where then I would come back into my neighborhood and I would knock on my friend's door, Ryan, and see if he wanted to join me on an adventure. We usually had others in the neighborhood follow us. I would say that I had a great childhood with lots of adventures were had, even if most of them were pretend ones. You fast forward to today, and I am still that same girl in nature playing out this fantasy world. And today I'm playing out a Viking world inside my Viking tent. I have come to the terms that in most cases, I choose solitude rather than a loud party or gatherings. I find peace in the silence, and it gives my mind the time to decompress. When I was in my college years, I learned to speak up. I found myself very intrigued by other people's lives and how they choose to live it. I started to ask many questions and wanted to learn. By doing this, I came out of my shell and have found the ability to talk and interact with anyone, no matter what background. I would say that I am very much like that today. I really enjoy those one-on-one talks where you really get to understand somebody else's life. This might be too big. Not too big. I do it. We got it. You know, I really don't know what percentage I am as an introvert or extrovert spectrum, but I feel that it's important to know what your tendencies are and not to confine yourself into a box, but to help yourself understand what environment you thrive in and how you operate to navigate this world. Definitely. Whew. I invite you to join me today. I am going to try to make a fire using some bushcraft skills that I have obtained. And we're going to have a cup of tea and we're going to chat. So join me in today's little fantasy world inside my Viking tent. I got kind of warm, but I got too many layers on again. Okay, so I find when I make a bushcraft type fire that it's best that I stay calm. It doesn't always work the first time, and if it doesn't work, try again. So we'll see what we got in here. We can do a fire rod. That's pretty easy. That's pretty much a for sure fire. If I give up, I'll end up using a fire rod. I have some fat wood in here. Might use that. We'll see if we can get it done without the fat wood. I think we go a little more extreme. What do you think? I think it'd be kind of fun. I got my flint and steel. It's been a while. Actually, I don't remember the last time I made a fire with my flint and steel. Let's see if I can get a spark going. Yep, okay, got a spark. Still got it. Still got that skill. Okay, so I do have some char cloth in here. I think I'm going to use that. Trying to start a a fire just using grass with flint and steel has been a challenge for me. I don't feel like that kind of challenge today. So we're still going to use grass, but we're going to cheat a little bit with some char cloth. So I need to prepare my grass. That's a lot of grass. Okay, let's do that. So what I'm going to do is that I take the grass and I kind of do this until I get the fibers to be really, really thin. That's what I'm looking for. And it makes a mess, you guys. It makes a big mess. So, not sure you can tell, but the fibers end up they kind of break up a bit and they get a lot thinner. And I'm going to make myself, I got some grass in my nose. They're going to make, they're going to make a little nest. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make a little nest. We're going to light our char cloth. We're going to put it inside the nest. And then we're going to shove it in the oven. Or stove. But it's all really fast. It all happens really fast. It is kind of hard to record. I will do my best at it to record for you. Grass seems dry, but I don't know. We will try. So you saw that all that grass I had. This is what I have left. And then I also have this much grass, which this thing goes up like a bomb, just so you know. So I gotta think about what's gonna fit in there once I get a flame, because once I get a flame I gotta get it in there as fast as I can without burning myself. That's ideal. Okay, I got my nest. You can see the gray fibers in there? That is, they're really, really fine. And so now I'm gonna put it in. This might take a couple tries, so I'm going to keep some grass out just in case. I take the grass, I'm going to fold it, stick the nest right there, so it's really easy to hold, and I can kind of hold it towards the bottom, and then I just put the little char cloth there. So I'm going to place this down. I wanted you guys to see this because I think it looks really cool. It's a Viking style one, has a little dragon head to it. Thought it was appropriate in my Viking tent. Yes, with my dragon heads on top. It's been a while. Part of me's a little nervous, to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous. And it's a little windy. I wonder if I should shut the door. Sometimes when I shut the door though, this blows in, and I don't really want it doing that either. You got to be really organized with this. So I'm placing my char cloth on top of my flint. And now I make weird faces as I try to make a flame. Oops. Nope, nope. Now the wind picked up. Don't pick up. Come on. Can you see? I don't think I have my fibers small enough. You gotta be careful with that char cloth. It's actually really hot. Yeah. I have to do around 2. What do you think, guys? Round 2? Oh, I think I'm out of charcoal left. So what I think I messed up there is that I needed to have, grass in the nose. What I needed to have there was just more fine fibers. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to make the fibers even smaller, and we're going to start this all over again. And I'm keeping this on the video so you guys know that I'm not cheating and stuff, you know. Sometimes it takes me a couple times. But the whole part of all this is just to stay calm and, you know, if it doesn't work, try again. It's all good. Okay, I have a really nice nest now. Got the bark, that's the darker one. And I got as much as I could break down on the grass. I need... the grass broke at the top. I think I need some more up there. Because what happens is the flame obviously goes up. And as soon as I have a flame, I shove it into the stove. And then usually I'm pretty successful once I get that in there. Because I've set up so many of these. Pretty much know how to set it up. Do you want to see how I set it up? Did I show you? I don't remember. I'm going to show you how I set that up, and then we'll try for round 2. Okay, this is how I have it set up. I got some of the broken ones that I did, the baton with the knife, and then I got some more grass in there. So what happens is I'm going to put it in there. It's going to smoke a lot. It's going to get really hot, and then I'm going to add this small one over there. I'll add that small one in there soon after I put all the stuff in. Okay, let's get this party going. Ooh. Come on. Did I have soot on my nose? Didn't work. Doesn't always go to plan. That's okay. Round 2 didn't work. I'm thirsty. I want some tea. So let's do let's do something else. This just tells me I need to work on this, and I think I'll work on it. Maybe off camera I'll work on this skill a little bit more, but I thought I was gonna have it. I think what my problem is either the grass is wet or something like that, or I need to find something that's really, really dry here, and also the really fine fibers, because it's just not catching on. I mean, I'm getting the smoke from it. I don't know if it was in the video or not, but I was getting smoke from it. So we're gonna try flint and steel. Oh, not flint and steel. We're gonna try the fire rod. And that, I put it all into, I put it all into the stove, strike it, it goes up. So I'll film that too, so you guys can see it. But let me get the stove all ready. Okay, let's hope this works, because I don't even have matches on me right now. So, Little Bit is what I call this stove, and she is very particular. And she needs a lot of love and affection at all times. So once I light her, make sure that can close. Yep. Okay. once I light her, I have to really watch her because she gets a little moody. Or he, whatever, I don't know. This is not really gender specific. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, see, that's pretty easy to do. I really need to work on my flint and steel. I think it's just been a while, you guys. So I'm letting her just kind of sit back and get some love. Let's see how she's doing. Again, she's pretty picky. We need the smoke to go up the chimney. I do have that open. So horizontal is open. Oh, I see smoke coming out of the chimney now. You can kind of see it on the tent a little bit. Do you see it? Little bit? I don't know if you see it. I can see it. She's crackling now. So my mouth totally tastes like smoke from blowing on the grass. Yeah, gotta work on it. I know what I need to do, you know, and if I really needed to, I could probably do it. I just don't want to spend all day trying to get the little tiny particles and stuff, you know. Yeah. She's moody though, like the stove's a little moody. I just put in another piece of wood. Starting to get warm because there was some water on top of it and it started to boil and it boiled off. So we should have tea soon, which I'm excited about. That's really why we're here, is to have a little tea talk too. I was talking a little bit about myself and how I feel that I am an extrovert and I'm living an introvert kind of life. And I think it's very true. You know what's really fun is that I look at this way off of my tent and I see all of my camping life and campsites that I'm going to be building and my outdoor kitchen area, and then I look over to the other side and I see this cabin that I built and that life, and it's like it's kind of, I'm like in the middle and I'm blending the lives together, and it feels so good. I absolutely love this. As some of you know, I questioned a lot about building a home here and you know whether or not that was the right decision, and the more and more I stay up here, the more and more I'm like, that was the right decision. I like being up here where it's not very crowded, there's not a lot of stuff going on, and being able to, you know, play outdoors, where before all I had was my car was here, you know, and this is kind of nice to be able to have these kind of two worlds intertwine a little bit, and I can kind of play outside like I'm a little girl again, you know, and I'm playing in the backyard. That's pretty much what I'm doing, and it's just, I love it. I'm going to do a lot more of this. I want to stay the night out here too. We do have a storm coming here soon, so I don't know, maybe I could do it during a storm. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to be a big one or not, and I don't know how well this tent's going to do. But I do have other tents that might work. Might be kind of a fun adventure, I think. I think we need to make some more char cloth. I think that's going to be a video coming up. Because I think I'm going to get a little low, and obviously I need to practice a little bit. So I think we're going to make some char cloth. Some other things I got to do is I got to get a fire permit to have an open fire. I want to have an open fire here in the winter. I will not be able to have it in the summer. So now's the time to get that permit, and I might be going to get it here soon. My new crazy tea that I like, I say crazy tea, but I get in these like stages where I really like this one kind of tea, is that passion fruit tea. My gosh, I love it. I got 2 of them, so we're gonna have some potent tea. I rarely have tea that's caffeinated. You know, sometimes when you're at the restaurants or something like that, you know, they don't have passion fruit tea there in some restaurants. If they do, I'm like, whoo, this is so nice. So I want to put that in. I'm kind of curious if my tea is ready. Sometimes the teapot gets a little too hot. Ooh, it's ready. It's like almost boiling. So I brought a different mug. Just wanted to show you guys. This is a mug that I've had since I was a little girl. Hopefully it never breaks, because it's actually really special to me. I always feel bad if I bring it outside or something, but I've had it for so long, you know. You get attached to certain things, and I think this mug I might be a little attached to. I have, it's like an Arabian horse on it, and I own an Arabian horse, and I didn't own one when I was a little girl. I didn't own an Arabian. I think I owned a Appaloosa horse. Oh, I should probably pour my tea because it is boiling. Hold on. And you know, as I was trying to figure out what mugs I was going to bring out here and stuff, and some of you know I got rid of like 60% of my stuff coming out here. Yeah, that's a little warm. Feels good in my hands though. I was thinking maybe we can have a dinner in here, you know, have a little talk and dinner. Some of you guys really like these little tent talks and stuff, so I thought about having a dinner with you. So stay tuned for another video, and we'll end up having dinner together, and we'll cook on the stove, because I have to relearn how she works, because I've kind of forgotten. Again, she's so picky. She's dying now. She's dying. I don't know how. It's like it's just hard. It's hard to figure this stove out. It's still going. I still got a flame. I think it's really good to know how to be alone as well as with people. So again, I think part of me is part introvert and a part extrovert. I think that I do very well alone, and you know, I've been out here for weeks at a time and never seen anybody. I've been backpacking and been alone. I think the longest I was backpacking alone was 8 days, something like that, and that was over when I was in my 20s, and it was over in Aspen, I think. And I remember meeting my friend right after that and being like, hey, people! You know, and I saw people in the trail every once in a while, but I do know there was 4 days straight where I didn't see anybody. I think this is the reason why that show alone keeps contacting me. Like, she knows how to be alone. I do. I don't know if I would want to do it for, I mean, I could do a month, maybe 2 months. But I think after a while, I think I'm missing out on life or something, you know. But anyways, I think it's important to know how to be alone and be with your own thoughts and even turn off technology. I mean, currently right now, I don't have my phone, and I have just me. You know, there's no music. There's you. I guess I still have technology because there's you. But really, you're just reading my thoughts right now. I'm just thinking out loud. I also think it's really important to learn how to be around people in a social setting. You know, and I think I do very well in that. I think lately, just being honest, I think lately I've been leaning more towards being alone than being around people. And I think it's just because, you know, I think that's just the way my life has kind of been. I work remotely, so I work out of my house. And there's days where I don't even leave my house. And I remember telling someone, I was like, I haven't left my house in 2 days. You know, so, but if you put me in a social setting, I think I do well with that too. And I probably should put myself in a little bit more social settings because I'm starting to like a bit too much of being alone. I am actually, after this, I am going to meet for my friends in a little small town nearby. And I guess that's my extrovert side. We're going to go, I think we're going to have a drink or something like that, and maybe a snack or something, you know. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then they're coming back to the cabin and staying the night, and we have games planned and stuff like that. So I think half my day is being an introvert and the other half is being an extrovert. And I think that's the reason why I chose this topic for this video, because that's how today's going to be. And I think it's important to be able to do both and to challenge yourself. If you are an introvert, to challenge yourself to get out in public and talk to people. And that could be groups or your church or, I don't know, you can do it. I did a cooking class the other day. That was kind of fun. You got to talk to people at the cooking class, you know. Or if you're always around people, make sure that you're okay to be alone too. You know, I know some people, I have people in my life that can't be alone, you know, like she has a very hard time 30 minutes by herself. You know, she starts calling friends to come over, you know, and I think that that's not healthy. I think it's important to be able to be alone and listen to those thoughts that are in your head. Sometimes I don't want to listen to my thoughts. I'm like, why am I thinking about that? So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to sit here and be in my thoughts. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And we will work on my flint and steel starting a fire using my, grass. we're gonna work on that. That's something obviously I need to work on. I used to be really good at it, so we'll work on that. Okay, cheers, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.